The Broncos QB competition. Still even Steven. So that's what I'm seeing, hearing. One thing I'll say is that to preface this video, you really need to understand that, in my opinion, Drew Lock came into the night with a lead. So, and if you don't understand how I got there, just search up or look on the channel, because we have round 1 and round 1 part 2, film breakdown and instant reaction. So today's gonna be the instant reaction. We're gonna go off the TV copy. We're gonna get a good idea of whether this thing is still even Steven. Did Teddy take the lead? Does Drew still have the lead? I'll give it to you at the end. But you need to understand, I think Drew came into this thing with a slight lead. With that being said, I thought Teddy played a heck of a game last night. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing, my favorite ball of the night from Teddy, okay? We've got mesh. We'll call it X dagger, okay? Because we're in kind of 3x1 tray. Anyways, we got mesh X dagger. That's terrible. What happened here? This is a shoulder 8. Okay. Anyways, mesh. We've got these two guys on working shallow, okay? Dagger. What you're going to have KJ is he's on what's called a shoulder 8. If it was cover 2, he'd be a little skinnier. Instead, it's single high, right? Middle of the field open. Sorry, not just cover 2, but middle of the field open. He'd be on the cover 2 post is what we call it. Otherwise, he's going to go ahead and crossface trying to pull this safety. Jerry Jeudy's just got the big 6 route, the big in, okay? Teddy does a great job of reading this thing out. He's probably peeking here to here. He's probably got man-to-man triggers in here. Really, it's however you want to read it, dealer's choice, but Teddy does a heck of a job stepping up in the pocket. Watch this. Climb, and just a laser on 4th and 5. And then Jerry Jeudy, of course, is an absolute superstar in the making. So, that helps. This was the bad. Okay, great idea, bad ball. What we've got is they're just in cover 1 hole. What does that mean? We've got man-to-man, man-to-man, man-to-man. We've got combo on the back. This will turn into a hole player. They're showing that double-A bluff, so that's why we got the back moved up. We've got man-to-man here and this deep safety here. Anytime you get that, ripping back shoulder is a great idea on how to beat this coverage, okay? Teddy gets to the right spot. Boom, he gets to his matchup. He goes to rip back shoulder, okay? Unfortunately, when he lets this thing go, it really looks like the DB's on top. KJ gets more to even, but this is just too far behind for back shoulder. Okay, so great idea. Don't love the ball. This is just a great idea and ball. So, one, they're bringing this nickel. Let's call him the nickel Will because he's away from the tight end. They're going to bring him off the edge, okay? Teddy IDs that. So does KJ. This just kind of is preseason football, I guess. We've got a man-to-man corner. We've got off man, and he is 6 yards deep. Not really 6, right? He's 4 yards deep in the end zone. This is just terrible. Okay, that is just terrible technique. We're just going to go ahead and hit an easy money. We would call it a bat route with the way he stutters. We'd call it a bat route, but that's just a heck of a ball. Great pitch and catch, easy touchdown, okay? Last throw of the night for Teddy that we're going to talk about is this Flutie concept. Flutie is just post-sale. Some people call it scissors, whatever you want to call it, Flutie. Teddy, again, does a great job of navigating the pocket vertically, okay? Boom, vertical step up, and this is just a gorgeous football. Gorgeous, gorgeous football here. I love the concept, too. But golly, man, this is just a gorgeous throw. Wow. Love that one, okay? Now we're on to Drew, okay? We're going to start with the great ball. We've got shallow with the deep over. Love this on 3rd and 6, right? 3rd and 6 on our own end. Watch Drew again, just delivering a strike on the deep over. Man, I love this ball. Love the ball. Super simple concept. Love it. Great 3rd down conversion. Okay. So this to me is we marked it bad, and it's either based on progression and or the tight end needs to do a better job of boxing out, and we need to put a little better placement. You're going to read this thing 1, 2 to 3. Hank to curl out to the flat, okay? What I need you guys to understand is, to me, like, this is open, right? We've got to put it here, and this tight end needs to do a better job of getting his shoulders, in my opinion, and boxing out this backer, okay? Obviously, it does not help that we slightly backed up as we try to catch this thing. I think he tries to box him out. I think it's a good placement, good play. Anyways, I wouldn't mind seeing Drew move off of that either if he wanted to, okay? This guy's actually doing a pretty good job of playing the middle, but if we want to move on, we can. If not, we just need a better placed ball. And we need not so much drift, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, listen. It could just be a heck of a play on the defense part, but this to me is bad. One, when we get stepped on, we've really got to be cognizant of what does this left foot do. So I want you guys to watch. You can see Drew, okay? This left foot really kind of just stays put. He pivots on it, and we just leave it, and that's why we get stepped on. I would love to and wouldn't mind seeing even more stagger. A lot of guys get that left toe to their back heel, maybe even more. Big Ben, it's like back here, right? I would love to see a little bit more stagger. It would really help us, especially to this side, right? The other side, you're screwed because you're still even, but it really could help us. Obviously, not fielding the snap clean really hurt him too, but that's just one thing we can't do. We just can't put the ball on the floor. We can't get stepped on, okay? Now it'll get cleaned up. Last thing I'm going to leave you with Drew is just the overall play creation, right? This is what you get with Drew. You get the play extension when you need it on third down, and then all of a sudden the little flip back inside, and we're going to create a play. You know, obviously there's dangers associated with play creation, right? Anytime you have a guy who's super creative, there's going to be dangers with it. But that specifically, to me, was a good one. So where does the competition stand? Is it even, Steven? So you got to think, one thing I want to talk about. Oh, first, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff if you haven't already. One thing I want to talk about is there's a lot of plays that Drew had that we need to get the all-22 to really find out whether or not he made the right decision. Because there were some checkdowns that, you know, everybody releases through the TV copy, and it's like, okay, well, he got the checkdown, but was it the right decision? So there's a lot of plays that we need to evaluate with Drew before we can say, hey, yes or no on certain plays. With that being said, I have to say, Teddy, I thought, played lights out last night. With that being said, I still think 3 is the guy. Based on the body of work that I saw between the 2 preseason games, I'm leaning Drew. If the coaches were to go Teddy, I totally get where they're coming from, and I thought Teddy had a heck of a preseason too. I honestly think both the guys played a really good preseason. Do you run the risk of letting this thing linger on too long? Yeah, you do. But I do think they got to take their time, make the right decision. Sorry about that little pin drop. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this week. It's going to be interesting to see what everyone is saying this week as they move throughout the week. So, anyways, I'm excited to find out who the starter is. I think both of them put really great stuff on tape this preseason. My feeling after the end of the body of the work is 3's the starter. So we'll see if I was right, if I'm wrong. But no matter what, we are going to do an all-22 breakdown once we get the film. So I will see you guys then.